Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Jonathan from J Plays Keys, and right now I'm actually traveling for work, but I decided to take a look at YouTube Live because I might want to use that for some live events or whatever in the future as we continue to grow the channel. So I'm just kind of making this video on live, no real subject matter, but just want to take it and post it and see how it goes. So since I'm on right now, I will probably just give you guys an update on what's going on with the channel and also some encouragement to uh, any musicians out there that are trying to really take your skills to the next level. What happened with the channel? You can notice I probably took a couple months break. I actually was getting married in about a couple months ago, December. So I was, trying to do work and plan for the wedding and travel back and forth and all that. And I kind of just had to let the channel take a little break. But I'm glad we had like 30 videos up there, and you guys have been watching the videos, commenting, and that's been really encouraging to me as we see the channel grow. Timothy, thanks, appreciate it for the congratulations. I married my wife, who's my wife now. Her name's Jessica. She's actually a really great singer, and I'm hoping to get her on the channel one day soon so that she can, kind of sing, and maybe we can show, because what I really want to teach on the channel is not so much just how to play the songs, but I want to teach you guys how to accompany. And sometimes in church, you're doing accompanying and your right hand is not really playing the melody. So I think it'll be really cool to have a singer while I'm doing these videos to kind of show you what I would play, while an actual singer is singing. Also in worship services, sometimes, you go from one song and you kind of roll right into the next song. So I think it'll be pretty cool to kind of show that as well. Anyway, so that's what I've been doing, and so I'm going to be coming up with some more videos on the channel soon. I'm also going to be working on the website. I like to start a little community for the J Plays Keys subscribers, so everyone can kind of be part of the community and talk to each other, ask people questions, and maybe post your own videos, like short videos, helping other people with any questions they have. So I'm definitely digging into that. So even though the tutorials haven't been coming, I've been doing a lot of thinking behind the scenes, and so we'll see what's up next for J Plays Keys. And if you have any type of suggestions or anything you'd like to see from either the YouTube, or if we were to make a website, what you'd like to see on that, I'd definitely be interested to get your suggestions and feedback. So since I'm live, let me go ahead and continue. I'm gonna go ahead and thanks for that. I'm gonna go ahead and give a couple of lines of encouragement to musicians that are trying to take their skills to the next level. So if you're trying to go from playing the piano for yourself in your living room to being able to play at Thanksgiving or Christmas gathering, or if you are a musician at home right now and you want to learn how to play in church and kind of be able to do the performance aspect of it, I just want to give you some encouragement. So my first item of encouragement would be just keep showing up every day. I've heard in the business world and the professional world, it's like you get points for showing up every day. Like, even if you don't have your talent where you want it to be right now, you can, I heard someone say, hustle and hard work, kind of trumps talent sometimes. And by looking at the videos and by looking at other people's videos and just spending time with your instrument, with your gift, like, you're going to start getting better. Like, I remember the times that I made the biggest gains as a musician have been when I was playing the most. And it hasn't always been the happiest time, right? So, for example, when I was in college, there was a time when I was playing for a rather large church, and we practiced like 3 nights a week, and we had to play on Sundays, 3 services, and I was playing for a Seventh-day Adventist church on Saturday. So pretty much I was engaged in music at least 4, 5, 6 days a week, and I was going to school full time. But what I learned then was that that I got so much better because I was just always performing. It wasn't that I was studying a particular technique or that I was studying YouTube. I didn't have time to look at YouTube. I didn't have time to learn because I was always either in rehearsal or I was playing on Sunday. But just being there, like your hands just start making music and making chords that you didn't think of. You know, it might be a accident that turned into a chord that sounds really good, and you just keep doing it. So I just want to encourage you that if you're trying to get your skills to the next level, the best thing you can do is just show up every day. Just spend time practicing and spend time getting better. And don't worry about really your talent level so much as just getting comfortable with your hands and how they work on the piano. That's the best way to get better, is just by spending time with it. My second word of advice would really be something I say, don't compare, but collaborate. So again, when I was learning how to play the piano in church, there was a time when all I could do was read music. But I would see musicians in church, and I would see them. Thanks everybody, by the way, for joining the stream. I see it kind of going up and down around 5, 4, 3 people. This is pretty cool. I've never done this before. But I remember learning from other musicians and kind of seeing them when I was like 12 or 13 years old and saying, man, I wish I could do what that guy's doing. And sometimes I kind of feel bad about the fact that my talent wasn't where their talent was, only because, you know, I wanted it so bad, and I was comparing myself. I was comparing myself as a 13-year-old or whatever, however old I was, to this guy that was in his 20s or 30s that had been doing music for, you know, his whole life. So instead of comparing, what I would do sometimes is, after the service was over, nope, I don't know that person. But after the service was over, what I would do is walk up to the musician and just say, hey man, and just talk to him, talk to her, like, and just say, hey, I like what you did there, or maybe there's a particular song that you play really well. Can you show me that run? Can you show me that chord? And a lot of times they'll sit there and they'll show you, especially, you know, when you're young. Like, don't come up at them like you're trying to take their job, right? But thank you very much. Don't come up there like you're trying to, you know, move in on their job or whatever, because it's not a competitive thing. Like, you're collaborating and say, hey, here's how I play it. Can you show me how you would play it? And a lot of times, like 9 times out of 10, the musician would actually, you know, they'd stay up on the keyboard or the organ longer and show me exactly what they were doing. And I learned a lot just by doing that. So when you see someone that's at a high level, don't compare yourself to them. Like, even if you see someone at a lower level, don't compare. Like, collaborate. Go meet that person, because even if they're at a lower level than your talent level, they might be able to connect you to other opportunities, other churches to play at, or they might want to record with you or something like that. So no matter, whenever you see a piano player or musician, you should want to talk to them. Like, you should want to go to them and collaborate in some way. And don't make it, you know, it's not a selfish thing. It's like, if you got something you can offer and say, hey, I heard you do this. Hey, what if you try to do it like this? You know, try it in this key or something like that. You're going to gain from that. So my first tip was show up every day. You know, hard work trumps talent. And my second tip was, you know, collaborate. Don't compare. And I guess if I was to give a third tip, because I guess you're supposed to give these in threes, it would be, don't be afraid to invest. And when I say invest, I mean time, but I also mean money in your craft. So I know a lot of times, you know, because I started playing, I was in high school and college, and didn't have a lot of money. But even if you can't afford, say, lessons every week, or if you can't afford the newest piano or something like that, try to spend time with a great musician, like, where their job is to teach you for an hour. Like, even if you can go find the greatest church musician in your city, like, you know who it is. Every city has like a couple of guys that are just like awesome, and, you know, see if they'll be willing to teach you. And like, sometimes you do have to pay them. Say, hey, I know you've been building this talent for your whole life, for like 30 years, but what I really would like to learn, have a good idea of what exactly you want to get from them. Say, I really want to learn talking music, or I really want to learn shouting music, I really want to learn how to play in a key of B natural. And say, you know, what can I do to sit with you for an hour or for 2 hours and have you show that to me, even if it's just one time. Don't even make it a whole week or a weekly commitment. And sometimes they're going to say, hey, $100, I'll show you exactly how to do this. And, you know, you'll have to figure out how to do that. Don't be afraid to invest, because in addition to when I was playing 4 or 5 days a week, the other time that I made a lot of strides was being able to sit down with some of the top musicians in the area. And I had a music mentor that I worked with for less than 6 months. It wasn't even a 5 year, lifelong commitment. But all the things that he taught me just about how to think about music and how to think about church and how to use music to move the congregation, like I'm using that to this day. And that was 10 years ago off of I met with him, for 6 months, less than 25 times. Another time when I made a lot of gains is when I sat down. I have a cousin in Alabama when I was living in Alabama who's a PhD in music, named Reginald Jackson. He plays the saxophone and piano, and he's one of the top musicians in northern Alabama. And I was able to sit down with him for just one lesson, and a lot of the things that he taught me, and I took one of his books or DVDs, a lot of things that I learned in that lesson didn't hit me for like a year, but I had that knowledge and I had that background, and I made the contact. So whenever I was visiting at the time, and I had we paid him, sat down with me for an hour, gave me a little lesson, and then like 5 years later, my job moved me to Huntsville, and he was able to put me in contact with another church to actually get started playing in church in Huntsville. So that's why I say, like, don't be afraid to invest, because that money that you're going to invest is going to come back to you in talent. It's going to come back to you in just mentorship and things like that. Also, I know that sometimes there's some paid courses that teach or whatever. Be careful with those. But if you find somebody, a teacher that you really believe in, and they have a DVD out for $20, like, pick it up, like, and learn, because I think, just don't be afraid to invest in your own talent. So I think that's about it. That's all I'm going to do for this video. I just wanted to give live a try. I actually recorded when is the next video coming up? I actually have it on my MacBook right now. You can't, it's not on, but I got it recorded right now, and I'm going to edit it. It should be out this weekend. So videos are on the way. If there's any other questions, definitely leave them in the comments and I'll get back to you and everything. But thanks everybody for joining this first live video. I think I'll do it more when I want to talk versus just teach tutorials. So if there's anything you want me to talk about, whether it's about music, the business of being a musician, collaborating with a choir, just whatever, I'm here to help. So in any way, not just with tutorials and stuff. So thank you very much for the feedback, and I guess I'll see you guys later in the next video. Who knows, I might get live again today. I'm in Indianapolis, just having a good time. So talk to you guys later. Be blessed and keep learning. All right, bye.